Hello and welcome to Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. In this clip we're looking at a GCSE Design and Technology question, and it's going to be about standard components. In particular, we're going to look at an 8-mark question that looks at the benefits of using standard components and the drawbacks of using standard components. So you might just like to stop this and just have a look at that, but now we'll get into the question.
Okay, so we're going to look at this question. This question is about standard components, and the question is 8-mark question, so it's a longer form question, and it is discuss what factors a company might consider when making the decision to use standard components in a product. So it's asking you to discuss and say, what do you think companies might think about when they make the decision to use standard components? So the first thing we can say, we can start by saying a company may consider choosing to use standard components to reduce the cost of the final product. So I should say use, but a company may consider choosing standard products so that they might, because using standard products will allow them to lower the cost of the final product to the consumer. So that's the first part of the question. Okay, so now we're going to justify that, what we've just written, and we're going to say this is because these components are mass produced, so they're cheaper than custom made parts. So we've got probably, for our 8 marks, we've got to look at this, but we've probably got a couple of, maybe a couple there, a couple there. So we're justifying this, and we're saying the reason for our first statement. Okay, so we're now saying that standard components also speed up product development and manufacturing. The company that are making the product, they're making something like a cordless drill, for example, and they're buying in the electric motor, they don't have to do the development work on that motor. They know that it's going to come and it's going to work. So it speeds up the product development and it speeds up the manufacturing process. Okay, so now we've said, however, so now we're talking about, so these are the upsides. We've talked, so we're trying to discuss, so we've talked about the upside of using standard components. Now we're talking about the downside. So we're saying, however, relying on standard components may limit design flexibility and also the availability of parts. Remember, if we're using standard components that are bought in, they may well be a long supply chain. They may have to come from somewhere else. They may have to be transported. There might be delays. So we're just highlighting that point just here. Okay, so now we've just had a conclusion, because we've got this word discuss here. So we've said the pros for using standard components, we've said the cons for using standard components, and then we're just adding this statement here: a balanced design should weigh cost savings against potential design limitations and supply risks. You could say supply chain risks. So what we've done is we've said we've given a pro, a con, and just an overall, just one sentence that just sums up our whole argument. Now, I think this would easily get us the 8 marks for this longer form question.
Okay, that was Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. Thanks for watching.